What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Your boy Dominic Rich back up in the house again. Match week 21 predictions live and direct. Oh man, it feels like I've been doing this forever, man. 21 weeks. After this week, 17 to go. It is crazy. It's winding down, man. It is winding down. We're getting there. We're getting close. It's getting close. It's getting close to the end, baby. We're going to know who's going to win the Premier League very soon. 17 weeks would go by like this. It'll go by like this. But big up to everybody in here right about now. Back with another one. And we're about to have some fun today. We're about to have some fun. What I want to do to actually warm up today, I want to actually talk a bit about the other leagues. I want to just check and see what's going on with the other leagues in terms of their table and everything. And then we're gonna move on to the Premier League. I don't plan to spend very long talking about the other leagues, but I want to see what's going on. I haven't actually checked up on the other leagues in a while. So we're gonna have some fun doing that, man. So Thriller is saying it's a marathon, definitely. Let us bring up the Bundesliga really quick and see what's going on over there. So let's see what's going on in the Bundesliga, the last match day. We just chilling today, man. We just chilling today. I just woke up maybe like an hour and a half ago. I'm still sleepy. I'm still very sleepy, you know what I mean? You guys know I'm always on the grind. So in the Bundesliga, it's currently in match week 19. So the match week 18 fixtures were as follows. The results, I should say. Gladbach beat Dortmund 4-2. Oh my God. We gotta watch this Gladbach team, man. Gladbach plays City in about a few weeks, 3 weeks or so. And I'm telling you, this team is doing well. This team is doing well. I'll check the table just now. But they recently beat Bayern Munich. They beat Dortmund. And it's like, oh man. Oh man. Could we see something? It will be an upset. Could we see an upset happening with Gladbach defeating Man City? It is quite possible, man. It is quite possible. It is definitely quite possible. But good morning to everybody. Big up. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to if you're experiencing those time of days according to your locale. But it is nuts, man. Big up to Gladbach. Let me see who's the danger man. Nico Elvedi. He's a freaking listen. They're defenders. These are defenders scoring these goals to Ram. But Dortmund were in the game. Dortmund were ahead. Haaland with a brace. Listen, his teammates are not helping him out. And then he had Marcus Thuram scoring in the 78th minute. You know what I mean? Got to be careful of Marcus Thuram, Got to be careful he doesn't spit in your face or something. But look, 4-2, that's a convincing victory. And that Dortmund, man, frauds. Frauds. Who's in charge of Dortmund right now? Nobody knows. Nobody knows the guy. You see what I'm saying? And Augsburg beat Union Berlin 2-1. Wolfsburg beat Leverkusen 1-0. Wolfsburg have really regained their form after struggling with, fighting off relegation like 2 seasons in a row. Freiburg beat Stuttgart. Mainz beat Leipzig. Wow. Wow. That is something. Frankfurt beat Arminia. Frankfurt done some good business to bring back Jovic there. Werder Bremen beat Hertha. Bayern smashed Schalke again. And Hoffenheim beat FC Köln. So the standings are as follows. Oh my God. I wasn't even expecting this. Bayern Munich are 7 points ahead of the bunch. They're running away with it. Bayern Munich are running away with the Bundesliga title. Leipzig are second, Leverkusen third, Wolfsburg are fourth, Gladbach are fifth. Damn. It's close. Eintracht Frankfurt, Dortmund are seventh. Wow. Union Berlin, Freiburg, Stuttgart, Hoffenheim, Augsburg, Werder, Hertha Berlin, Arminia, Köln, Mainz, and Schalke with 7 points. Schalke, you need these points, man. You need to get out of the relegation zone and maybe jump up to like the playoffs or something. It is one win all season, man. And that was that win where Matthew Happ scored the hat trick. And that was against who? That was against Hertha, I think, or Hoffenheim. That was against Hoffenheim. So that's what's going on in the Bundesliga. Big up to everybody in here right about now. Yes, Thriller, it seems as if Bayern Munich might go on to win it yet again. It seems quite possible. It seems quite possible, man. Bayern Munich, just give it to them already. Just simply hand it to them already. You see what I mean? So the next league we're going to check out is the Italian Serie A. We're going to check that out and we're going to see what is going on over there. Just simply warming up the engine a bit here, you know what I mean? Because a bit rusty. So look, this is what's going on in the Italian League. Match week 19. Yeah, week 20 will start today. So in week 19, we had Benevento and Torino playing to a 2-2 draw. Yeah, Roma beating Spezia 4-3. Wow, that was a thriller. Udinese and Inter played to a 0-0 draw. Atalanta smashed Milan 3-0. AC Milan, man. Guys, you got your hopes up about AC Milan winning a title? Man. I don't know. Fiorentina beat Crotone 2-1. Juventus beat Bologna 2-0. Verona beat Napoli 3-1. Verona has been good, man. This Verona team has been good over the last 2 seasons, I must say. Genoa beat Cagliari 1-0. Lazio beat Sassuolo 2-1. And Sampdoria defeated Parma 2-0. And the standings are as follows. AC Milan still on top. They're playing games. I think they lost to Juventus and now they lost to Atalanta. Come on. You got to do better than that, man. You got to do better than that. Atalanta is the team that I picked to win the Serie A this season. I don't know if it's going to happen. They didn't start well, but they're catching up. They're catching up. You know what I'm saying? 3 losses, 6 draws, 10 wins. Not bad at all in 19 games. Not bad at all. So Milan on top with 43 points. Inter second with 41. Roma third with 37. And Juventus are a fourth. But they have a game in hand, so they could go up to 39. They could just close the gap real quick. Atalanta fifth with 36 points. Napoli sixth, 34. Then you have Lazio, Verona, Sassuolo, Sampdoria, Benevento. It's nice to see a team like Benevento actually surviving, you know what I'm saying, and thriving in the Serie A. While teams like, right down here, like Torino are struggling. You see what I'm saying? So Fiorentina, Bologna, Udinese, Spezia, Genoa, Torino, Cagliari, Parma, and Crotone are in the relegation zone. So that's what's going on in Italy right now. Will Atalanta miss Papu Gomez? I think they will, but they have to move on. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're looking to sign Viktor Kovalenko, another Ukrainian. They do have Malinovsky. And I think they did sign another Ukrainian, didn't they? But they have the Russian there as well. What's his name? Miranchuk. They're a neat team, man. They're a neat team. And I think they could actually win it. So we're just running through the leagues right now to just do a little warm-up session. And the next league we're going to look at is, of course, La Liga. So how's everybody feeling today, man? What's up, Fabio? What's up, Sebastian, Steve, Arnav, Jordan Hyman, Thriller from Manila? If you're watching the replay right now, what's up to you? How are you doing? Make sure you like the video, guys. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button on the video. So let's check out and see what's going on in La Liga right about now. And then we'll come full circle to the Premier League. So they are in match week 21 right now. So let's review match week 20 and just take a look and see what's going on. Levante and Valladolid played to a 2-2 draw. Huesca and Villarreal 0-0. Sevilla defeated Cadiz 3-0. Real Sociedad and Real Betis played to a 2-2 draw. Alaves lost at home 1-4 to Real Madrid. Osasuna defeated Granada 3-1. Barcelona beat Elche on the road 2-0. Eibar and Celta Vigo played to a 1-1 draw, while Atletico Madrid beat Valencia 3-1. And Athletic Bilbao, the Supercopa de España champs, defeated Getafe 5-1. So, look at the table. Whoa! I have not checked the table. Listen, I have not checked the La Liga table in a while. Atletico Madrid are running away with the league. Atletico Madrid are running away with the league here. This is crazy. This is crazy. I wasn't expecting that at all. I wasn't expecting that. So 5 wins on the trot. Real Madrid unbeaten in 5. Barcelona unbeaten in 5. But look at where Barcelona is at. 10 points behind Atleti, and Atleti have a game in hand. So you could well say 13 points ahead, of freaking Barcelona here. This is nuts. This is something else, man. This is something else. Sevilla 4th, doing pretty well on the Lopetegui, I must say. And you got Villarreal, Sociedad doing well. Villarreal took a lot of Valencia's players too, so, maybe that's why. Granada, Real Betis, Athletic Club, Celta Vigo doing a lot better this season. They were struggling last season. Cadiz, newly promoted team. They're looking to survive. I think they will. Levante, Getafe's form has fell off after 2 really good seasons. Levante, it's nice to see them higher up the table as well. But Valencia, man, they're struggling. 20 points in 20 games. There's a crisis going on over at Valencia. We do love crisis, but still, I don't think they love the crisis. Eibar, Valladolid, and Osasuna rounds out the team outside the relegation zone, with Alaves, Elche, and Huesca struggling towards the bottom. So that is it for La Liga. Big up to everybody in here right about now, man. How Atleti only conceded 8 goals, right? They good. They good, man. Sorry, I feel bad for Chelsea, though. I feel bad for Chelsea. Only 1 loss for Atleti and 2 draws. 15 freaking wins this season. This is nuts. 15 wins. 15 wins, man. So what we're going to do, we're going to check out the French League. I don't really want to check out the French League too much, but we're going to still check out the French League and see what's going on in the French League. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. Okay? So let's check out the French League and see what's going on. They are in match week 22 right now. And PSG defeated Montpellier 4-0. Lens lost to Nice 1-0. Monaco defeated Marseille 3-1. Bordeaux defeated Angers 2-1. Reims defeated Brest 1-0. Dijon and Strasbourg played to a 1-1 draw, while Metz defeated Nantes. Lille defeated Rennes, and Lyon spanked Saint-Etienne 5-0. This is the table. This is the league on table. PSG. Ooh, it is close. It is closer than lovers. 45 points PSG under Pochettino. And, earlier Thomas Tuchel, but now Pochettino is in charge. Lille, 45 points, doing well. Less losses than PSG. Lyon, 43. Monaco, Rennes, Marseille, Bordeaux, Metz, 8th. Lens, 9th. Newly promoted Lens. They did heavily invest in their team. So that's testament to their investment. They will stay up. RLC Lens, Angers, 30 points. Montpellier, Nice, Brest, Reims, Strasbourg struggling after a few good seasons with guys like Kenny Lala playing well. We have Nantes, and You got Dijon in the relegation playoff spot, Lorient and Nimes in the relegation play. It's close down at the bottom too, so it's not like these teams at the bottom haven't picked up a few wins. Look at the amount of draws Dijon and Nantes picked up, man. 9 each. See what I'm saying? 9 each. Who has the best defense in the league? Seems like PSG. They have the best defense and the best attack. Lyon does have a really good attack this season as well. So that is what's going on in those leagues. I covered the Bundesliga, Serie A, La Liga, Liga, and now we will go to the Premier League, man. You know what I'm saying? Premier League. Let's talk about the Premier League, man. So we come full circle. Took me a little 15 minutes there. Nothing wrong with that, to just warm up and to get you guys in tuned with what's going on around Europe and not just in the Premier League. You see what I'm saying? So it's nice to know. It's nice to know because there's a Champions League. You want to talk about the Champions League. You want to talk about how well these teams are playing because they will come up against other teams from different leagues. So yeah, big up to everybody in here again, and thanks to everybody who smashed the thumbs up button. Appreciate you guys joining. You could be doing anything else in the world right now, but you're here with us. So let's get back to the Premier League, and we're going to start with these fixtures. But before we start with the fixtures, guys, we're going to do a quick review of what happened last week. So I'm going to do something different. I'm going to bring it up on the screen so you guys could see. And then when I'm talking a bit, I'll just keep it off the screen, you know what I mean? And so, you get it. So week 20, Leeds defeated Newcastle 2-1. That was a road win for Leeds. Crystal Palace lost at home to West Ham United 2-3. Southampton lost at home to Arsenal 3-1. Man City destroyed West Brom on the road 5-0. Chelsea and Wolves played to a 0-0 draw on Thomas Tuchel's debut game for Chelsea. Burnley defeated Aston Villa in what was one of the best comebacks of the season. Brighton and Fulham played to a stalemate in what was a potential 6-pointer, but, they took 1 point apiece. Man United was shocked by bottom team Sheffield United, losing at Old Trafford 1-2. I'm telling you, man, United, I don't understand. I don't understand this team. They're so good on the road, but at home, they're dropping points. Crazy. Everton and Leicester played to a 1-1 draw. A win would have put any one of these teams in a really good position. They are still in a good position, but still 1 point. I think none of these teams sees the opportunity to elevate. Tottenham, it's even more disappointing than United, to be honest. Losing to a struggling Liverpool, and no disrespect to Liverpool, but Liverpool was struggling hard, man. And Tottenham, they hold themselves in such high regard that you should not lose at this time and point to a Liverpool team. It just shows you that Tottenham are not title contenders. They're not. It's done for them. It is done for them, especially with Harry Kane injured. It is done for Tottenham. This is how the table looks after 19 and 20 games, 18 for some teams. City on top with 41 points. Man United second with 40 points. Leicester third with 39 points. Liverpool a fourth with 37 points. West Ham a fifth with 35. Tottenham sixth, 33. Everton has 33 as well. Seventh. Chelsea a eighth with 30 points. Arsenal a ninth. And Aston Villa a 10th. So that rounds off the top 10. And the bottom half looks like this. Southampton, Leeds, Wolves, Crystal Palace, Burnley, Newcastle, Brighton, Fulham, West Brom, and Sheffield United in the relegation zone. So that does it. That does it for a quick recap of what's been going on in the league, the Premier League so far. So let us start, man. Let us start, guys. Let us talk. We pull up the games. Let us take let us have a talk on these games coming up this weekend, man. Saturday, January 30th and Sunday, the 31st. We have some big games coming up, and we have some not so big games coming up. But still, in the grand scheme of things, every game is a big game. Every game is important because every point is important. You know what I'm saying? Teams are winning the league by 1 point and, you know what I mean, missing out on relegation by 1 point and all. You know what I'm saying? So every game is important. So look, Everton versus Newcastle will be the first game that we'll be talking about. Everton versus Newcastle. So in the last 10 meetings here between these two teams, Everton will be the home team, by the way, Newcastle, the traveling team. So in the last 10 meetings here, Everton does have 6 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws. So not a bad record against a struggling Newcastle team, man. Newcastle need to get their act together. They definitely need to get their act together. And it was yesterday that I went into Newcastle's farm. And do I need to go into their farm again? Yeah, I do. I do need to go into their farm again. 2-1 loss to Leeds, right? And they've been terrible. They're the worst team in the league right now. Even though they're not in a relegation zone, they are the worst team in the league right now. This is relegation form by Newcastle. 2-1 to Leeds, 2-0 to Villa, 3-0 to Arsenal, 1-0 to Sheffield, 2-0 to Arsenal in the Cup, 2-1 to Leicester, drew to Liverpool, lost to Man City, lost to Brentford, drew to Fulham. And this is going all the way back to December. Losing to Leeds United 5-2. Their last win came against West Brom on December 12th. They have been horrible. They have been horrible. So that's a whole lot of games without a win. That is 3, 7, 10, 11 games without a win. And maybe they have just one draw in there. Against Liverpool, the draw came. Well, they have a draw against Fulham. 2 draws. So 9 losses and 2 draws in 11 games. That is relegation form. And Steve Bruce is on the brink. He's on the brink. He's on the edge here. Okay? He could get sacked at any moment. But who's going to come in? Would we see Rafa Benitez again in the Premier League? I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? But Everton, on the other hand, has been in good form. Everton has been in good form, you know what I'm saying? And they have been playing some good football under Ancelotti this season. But the only thing is, Everton did lose to Newcastle this season already. You know what I mean? Everton did lose to Newcastle. So Everton will be looking to get their, revenge. Callum Wilson scored a brace. Dominic Calvert-Lewin scored late. And it wasn't enough to crawl themselves back for a point. So it's game on. It is game on here. It is game on. Newcastle are struggling big time. They're 16th. They're badly in need of points. They could be a dangerous team to play right now. But Everton are flying high on, in 7th. They got 33 points. They have a game in hand. They actually have 2 games in hand to teams like West Ham, Liverpool, Leicester, and Man United. So let's say Everton win their next 2 games. They'll fly up the table. They'll go up to 39 points. And that'll be the same. They'll actually go up to 4th. I think Leicester does have a better goal difference. So they will go up to 4th. And that will be higher than their neighbors, Liverpool. And that's not me throwing shots at Liverpool or anything. That's just facts. They will go up ahead of West Ham. Let me make it better by putting West Ham in there too. So Everton has been in good form. 1-1 draw against Leicester was a good result because we know what Leicester are doing right about now. They're doing bits right now. And they defeated Sheffield Wednesday in the FA Cup, beat Wolves, beat Rotherham. They did lose to West Ham, but, nothing to be ashamed of there. West Ham has been in good form. And they have been, up and down a bit sometimes. But overall, Everton has been fantastic this season. I don't think Everton fans would complain about where they're at in the league right now. I don't think they will. So Everton versus Newcastle. Let's get back to the whole point here. I am leaning more towards an Everton win here. I am. simply because they've been playing better football. And since the whole coronavirus breakout at Newcastle, they have never recovered. And it seems like they're like too far gone to recover, like right this moment. I think it'll take maybe a few more games. Not the right opponents. It seems like every opponent ain't the right opponent right now for Newcastle, because you're losing against the bottom team. When you're playing the bottom team, Sheffield United, and you're saying, okay, this might be the game that we win and we come back and we, picking up points again. But no, you see what I'm saying? But guys, don't get me wrong. This is the Premier League. Anything could happen here. But I'm going to actually go for an Everton win here. I'm going to say 2-1. I'm going to say Newcastle bag a goal. They do have a goal in them. But I'm going to say Everton win this game. It will be at Goodison Park. I'm going to say Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin get on the score sheet here. And I won't go too much more into this fixture because this is the second round. We've talked about these history and how many times they played each other and everything. But what would be important to mention is Everton's home record against Newcastle, where they've played 25 games. They have won 13, lost 5, and drew 7. So they have a very good record at home against Newcastle. So I'm going to go for them to continue that very, very, very good record. So another thing we have to talk about is the transfers that these teams have made. Have they made any transfers to talk about? Well, for Everton, no one came in, but a few players went out on loan, most notably Yannick Bolasie to Middlesbrough on loan, Ellis Sims to Blackpool, Jared Brantwaite, who was getting some game time, to Blackburn Rovers, and Matthew Pennington to Shrewsbury. They have not brought in anybody because Everton, we know, and they're seeing results from their spending. As for Newcastle United, they themselves have actually spent good money. Mike Ashley backed Steve Bruce here in the transfer window. They signed a few players well. Jamal Lewis, Callum Wilson, Ryan Fraser, Jeff Hendrick. But when you look at the pattern though, these guys are rejects. Let me drink some water to that one. These guys are rejects. So you see the whole reject complex creeping back into their game. You see? Relegated with teams, discarded, that they don't really want to so you get the point. So the only player that went out was Rolando Aarons. He is a player of Jamaican background. He went to Huddersfield on a permanent basis, and that's it for the transfers for those teams. What are your predictions for this one, guys? Newcastle versus Everton. It will be Everton versus Newcastle, by the way. So, yeah. Duper says rejects. Yeah, they are rejects, man. Big up to everybody in here. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button as well. Smash the thumbs up button for the live stream quality, guys. Look at how crispy this thing is. I was actually watching back the live stream yesterday and I was like, oh my God, I finally did it. Finally got it the way I want to get it, There's maybe a few things to actually fine-tune going forward, but still. But what I want you to do, guys, if you left your predictions before, leave it again. And I will actually check out your predictions right now. So Thriller is saying 2-0 to the Toffees, Everton. Dupe, 2-0 to Everton. 5-0 to Everton, says Donovan. What's up, Donovan? Burrell DXN is saying, Dom, will you do Gold Cup reviews when it comes? You don't know, man. Come on. Why would you even ask me that? You know, I'm the Gold Cup king. Me. I'm the Gold Cup king, okay? That's why on YouTube, you got to be patient, man. Sometimes through the months where there's no international tournaments to cover and all of that, it gets a little lonely. A lot of people subscribe to the channel for those things. And then there's, so sometimes don't let the numbers fool you. You know what I'm saying? I've got 40,000 subs over time, building up different tournaments. If I had 40,000 subs for Premier League only, then you will understand. Then you will see the numbers would be different and all, but it's all good. I will cover the Gold Cup. Nippon 3-1 to the Toffees. We have Sebastian saying 2-0 to the Toffees. We have Steve saying 3-1 Everton. Roshane 3-1 Everton. We have Air Slayer saying 1-0 to Everton. And what else we got here? Robert saying 2-1 to Newcastle. They need a win. Might be wrong. Yo, it's your prediction, man. You go with how you feel. I predicted Newcastle to win the last game, and what happened? They didn't do a goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't predicting them to win this one. Everton are too much of a good team right about now. Level-headed manager in Ancelotti, and Steve Bruce is under pressure. He might be the next Premier League manager sacked. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to move on. So all the best to both teams. Looking forward to see Alan Saint-Maximin come up against the likes of Richarlison and James Rodriguez. It's going to be a good game. So don't miss it, guys. Don't miss it. Crystal Palace versus Wolves. Wolverhampton Wanderers. They have been kind of light this season. Raul Jimenez missing, but they have signed Willian Jose, who didn't score in the last game, but made a big save off the line. Big save off the line against Chelsea to earn a point. That's a big point against Chelsea, though. You know what I mean? Chelsea are a good team, on paper. They are a good team, but just haven't got it right this season. And with Thomas Tuchel coming in, you never know we never know. But let us talk about Wolves versus Crystal Palace. The Crystal Ship. Crystal Palace. All right. Would the Crystal Ship be sinking? Or would, we see the opening of a door to recovery? Those who understand a little pop culture would get what I just said. But I digress and I will move on. Who did get that one? Or did it go over most people's head? Thriller, did you get that one, Thriller? Thriller, do you know what I'm talking about there? But look, man, 14th versus 13th. Crystal Palace versus Wolves. Earlier in the season, Wolves picked up a 1-0 win in the FA Cup. They actually just beat them in the FA Cup, and they did beat them 2-0 in the first game. And last season, Wolves did beat Palace too, and the previous game ended in a draw. So since Wolves actually, let me see. Since Wolves came back to the Premier League, they have only lost once to Palace. That was a 2-0 win back in 2019, 2 years ago. So Wolves have been doing very, very well against Crystal Palace. Nuno has a great record against Roy Hodgson. Same record against Crystal Palace. Hodgson against Wolves, not so good. 7 losses in 13 games, only 3 wins. Zaha coming up against the likes of Ruben Neves and, company. It is going to be a good game. We never know what to expect from a team like Crystal Palace. And for Wolves, we know what to expect. You know what I mean? They have a pretty solid system. And it is going to be a weird one, though. It is going to be a weird one. 5 all-time Premier League matches between these two teams. 3 wins for Wolves, 1 for Palace, and 1 draw. Home record for Palace against Wolves. Palace has never defeated Wolves at home. 1 draw and 1 win. So Palace, they need points badly. They need points badly here, man. They definitely need points badly. So I guess Thriller didn't get what I was talking about there. But big up to everybody in here. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. We got 60-something people in here. Make sure you get it to 50 thumbs up. It will help to get the stream out to new people, because if you like the stream, then the YouTube algorithm is going to say, "Ooh, people like this video. Let me share it out some more." You know what I'm saying? There's interest here. So make sure you smash the thumbs up button. So Crystal Palace, man, you got to get your act together, man. You got smashed by Liverpool 7-0. And I think since then you have been rotten. 7-0 against Liverpool. We're going a month ago or so. You know what I mean? Let's go back about a month ago. Let's go back from the 7-0 thrashing here. They did get smashed by Villa. They drew to Leicester, which was a good result. And that's what I say about Crystal Palace. You never know what to expect. When you have quality of players like Zaha and Eze, and sometimes a Townsend, a Milivojevic, a good goalkeeper in Guaita, anything could happen, man. So they beat Sheffield. They lost to Wolves twice this season, as I said, and once in the FA Cup. So good goal by Adama Traore there. He hasn't been in great form, but who knows? Against Crystal Palace, it seems like he loves to play against Palace. Arsenal, a 0-0 draw, but they did lose to City, did lose to West Brom. West Ham, I mean. Why? Could somebody please explain to me why I always mix up West Ham and West Brom? Don't know why, but it just happens. It seems like I don't know. I really do. I do this all the time. I do this all the time. I apologize, West Ham and West Brom, for mixing up your names all the time. But that was not a good performance against West Ham United. But they did pick up 2 goals, which is a positive there. But it's going to be a tough game against Wolves. And I think the fact that they now have Willian Jose in the team alongside a Podence, a Neto, a Traore, they will definitely be a threat against a Crystal Palace team who does not really see a lot of the ball. So I think they will be depending more on a counter-attacking style, or they would depend on their set pieces through an Izzy. You know what I'm saying? So look, this one is hard to call right now, but I think I'm gonna have to stick with the team that has been performing better, and I'm gonna say Wolves. I'm gonna say Wolves beat Palace 2-1. I'm gonna say Benteke score, and I'm gonna say William Jose picked up his first goal for Wolves, and I'm gonna say Neto. So 2-1. 2-1. That's my prediction here. I won't go on any longer. That's my prediction. What's your prediction on this one, guys? Say big up to Ryan. He's in the chat. Wow, this feels strange. Ryan, you're in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. So Wolves right now, in terms of the transfer window, they brought in Willian Jose on loan from Real Sociedad, and out Ruben Vinaga to Family Cow. Oscar Burr, I don't think it's the right name. It's Family Cow. It's Family Sow or something like that. I don't know why I say Family Cow, But Oscar Burr to Grasshopper, Niall Ellis to Plymouth Argyle, John Kito Lani to Odds BK, and Ryan Giles to Rotherham. So that's the business that Wolves have done in the winter, not the summer, the winter transfer window. And I think Willian Jose is a really, really good signing. Ruben Vinagre, I think, was a very good player at Wolves, but when they brought in Marçal and Semedo, and then there was other players in that similar position, I think he just had to go out to get some game time. But I now, in hindsight, maybe he should have stayed. You know what I mean? They did bring in, because I don't get it. You bring in guys like Nori and Kiana Hoover, but send out Ruben Vinagre. It has to be more than game time. Maybe the player does not like being in England. Maybe there's something behind it. So I don't know. It was never revealed. But in terms of Crystal Palace, they did bring in a player by the name of Jean-Philippe Mateta. He's a striker from Mainz on loan. And players who went out, Rob Street to Turkey on loan. Max Meyer was released, and he has now joined FC Köln in the Bundesliga. Naya Kirby to Tranmere on loan. Jaroslav Yak to Rako. Chet Kowa, I don't know where that team is, maybe somewhere in Poland or somewhere. And Scott Banks to Dunfermline on loan. I never heard about that team either. So that's the business done by Crystal Palace. I'm predicting a Wolves win. What's your prediction right now? So we have Thriller saying a 2-2 draw. And this is what I'm going to do after every prediction. I'm gonna bring up some of you guys' prediction to keep you involved. Vlad Roman says a 1-1. We have Antoine Eugene, Wolves to win 2-0. And we have Sebastian, Wolves 2, Palace 1, Slayer 3-0. We have Otutu Confidence, man. Bro, I haven't seen you in ages. What's going on? You missing in action because Liverpool haven't won a game in 2021 before yesterday. I'd never seen you, and now you popped up. Wow, touche. Oh my God. Oh wow. Family cow. Yeah. Family sow. Yeah, man. Yeah, so Roshane Fraser is saying a 3-0 to Palace. Broadberry 2-1 to Palace. Arnav Gupta 3-0 to Wolves. Nadir Abdel Noor says 1-1. So thanks for leaving your predictions, guys. I do appreciate that. And we're going to move right on to the next fixture. We're going to move right on to the next fixture. I'll leave the best games for last anyway. So, West Brom versus Fulham. This one, I need to sip some water before this one. But, hello to everybody who's saying hi as well. Can't read all the comments, but hi to you. Well, look, guys. West Brom versus Fulham. 6-pointer here. 6-pointer. 19th versus 18th. Somebody gotta win this game. Somebody gotta win this game. Fulham, you had Brighton. If you won that game, you would have been, getting out the relegation zone and you would have had a chance to jump out. You keep drawing games, man. You keep drawing games. But a silver lining for Fulham is that they defeated West Brom this season 2-0. So they would have to do it again. Before that, those teams played to 4 draws in a row. 4 draws in a row. You know what I'm saying? And before that, Fulham picked up 2 wins. And a great stat for you is that West Brom has not defeated Fulham for the last 10 years. The last 10 games, no wins for West Brom. No, did I say West Ham in between there? But no wins for West Brom. Just draws. Guys, I could only see one result here, though. It's at the Hawthorns, too. It's at the Hawthorns. And you know what's been happening at the Hawthorns. Let me bring up the scores for you. You know what's been happening at the Hawthorns when Sam Allardyce's West Brom play at home. You know what's been happening. 5-0 against City. Okay? 4-0 against Arsenal. 5-0 against Leeds. Okay? You with me? And 3-0 against Aston Villa. Even before that, even before Sam Allardyce came to the club, it is not Sam Allardyce. It is the team. They lost to Palace 5-1. You see what I mean? They lost to Tottenham 1-0. They did beat Sheffield at home, so that's a good thing. They did beat Sheffield at home, drew to Burnley. Their home form has been horrendous. They had Chelsea 3-0 up at home. There is a curse at the Hawthorns. There is a curse. There is. You see what I'm saying? It got to be a curse because you're 3-0 up against Chelsea and you end up dropping 2 points. How? How is it possible? It ain't. You lost to Brentford at home. Look. They did beat Harrogate Town, but you got to beat Harrogate Town. They're a League 2 team. Lost to Leicester. Their home form has been absolutely shambolic. It has been Eric Diabolical. That is another one added. You know what I'm saying? I've been adding some of these, using the names to come up, Look, Eric Diabolical, thanks to Doug for that one, though. But if your team is Matthias Clicking, you'll pick up points. You'll pick up points, Matthias Click. You see what I'm saying? And when you get in front of goal, you have to Pascal strike the ball properly. Or else you won't be picking up any points. You see what I mean? Come on. Look, West Brom ain't winning this game. Listen, I don't even need to go further into this. I know Fulham has been drawing a lot of games, but I won't waste no time on this game. I won't do this. Okay? I won't. West Brom, look, even though Fulham has only picked up 1 win at the Hawthorns and 4 draws, West Brom got 3 wins. Fulham, there's over 50% of the games Fulham has not lost the game at the Hawthorns. I'm going for Fulham to pick up their 2nd win at the Hawthorns. The most West Brom will get out of this is a draw. And who knows, man? They might just sack Sam Allardyce. They might just sack him. That's another talking point. We're not even going to go down the Sam Allardyce rabbit hole because we did that yesterday. And in this game, I'm going to go for Fulham to defeat West Bromwich Albion. West Brom do have a goal or two in them, you know. But are they going to score? This could be a high scoring event too. I don't want to predict another 2-1, but I'm going to say Fulham 2, West Brom 1 here. What's your predictions, guys? What is your predictions here? What is your predictions? What is your prediction? Monameli, Mokesi, no, I leave City towards the end. City and Liverpool game towards the end, man. All the other bum teams, I talk about them, you know, at the beginning. And no disrespect to the bum teams, though, because we know they all bum teams. No disrespect at all. It's all banter. So don't be getting in your feelings, opposition fans. You know, still love you, man. You know, so Arnav Gupta 2-1 to Fulham, 1-8 to Fulham. Demo Dre in the house. He says 2-2 draw. Not Big Sam is just what West Brom are. Crap. Yep. 1-1. Sebastian 0-0. Dupe. Airslayer saying 2-0. We have Robert saying 3-1 to Fulham. We have Nadir saying 2-1 to Fulham. Steve saying 2-1 to Fulham. Most of you guys are saying 2-1 to Fulham. You know what I mean? West Brom 0, Fulham 0. It's going to be a snooze fest, says Donovan McCrabb. 2-0 to Fulham. We have Dandy Poser saying Semi Ajayi and Lookman to score. Yeah, look out for Ademola. Look, man. Listen. Look, man. Look out for Lookman. He is a player. He is a damn good player. Ademola, look, man. Thriller saying squeaky bum. Win for the Cottagers. 1-0. Bobby Reed to score the winner. Is Bobby Reed fit again, though? That's the thing. Big up to my boy, man. Big up to my boy. He's a member of the channel. Don't know your name. Merry Christmas. But you're a member of the channel for, you know, a while now. And you say a 0-0 draw. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. Big up to everybody in here. Liverpool FC, LFC says 2-0 to Fulham. Appreciate everybody who left a comment, who left a prediction. Make sure you guys smash a big like on the video. Cristiano Mike as well. I just saw your comment there. You said, what did you say? You said, damn, I lost that comment. But yeah, 1-0 to Fulham. 1-0 to Fulham. So thank you very much for your predictions. We're going to move right on. So don't want to delay. Don't want to delay the thing. You know what I mean? Just want to keep the thing rolling. Want to keep it rolling. Okay? So we have some big games coming up, so I won't be skipping these games. Arsenal versus Manchester United. This one is a big one. The Gunners in very good form, and I don't know what type of form Man United are in after they lost to Sheffield. Maybe that was a one-off thing, but we know since Arsenal defeated Chelsea on Boxing Day, they have been on fire. Bukayo Saka has been on fire. Arsenal's player of the season so far, and Man United would need their player of the season so far, Bruno Fernandes, to actually come good this time. Marcus Rashford and these guys have been playing well, but hit and missing, apparently. Anthony Martial needs a goal like how a diabetic needs his insulin. And it's just not been a good time for him, to be honest, this season. Cavani may just start that game. Greenwood picked up a goal against Liverpool in the FA Cup there. So, it's a good game. It's a big one. It is a huge game. I think this might be the biggest game this weekend, right? So, Arsenal versus Manchester United. Remember what happened at Old Trafford? When Arsenal defeated United for the first time in about 15 years at Old Trafford. So, Arsenal have the edge here. And before that, last year, January, the 1st of January, Arsenal have not lost to United in 4 games in all competitions. That's how good Arsenal have been against United. That's how good. They actually have about, 4 wins in all competitions, and only 3 losses. 4 wins, 3 losses, 3 draws. The Gooners look good here. They look good. They look good. You know what I'm saying? Mikel Arteta seemingly got his mojo back, his honeymoon mojo back. You know that honeymoon phase when he just got hired and he was doing the damn thing, and then he won the freaking FA Cup, and then he went on to win the Community Shield, and then it was okay, and then it just went horribly wrong for him that they were even in, people are talking about sacking Mikel Arteta, but Lampard and Chelsea give him a lifeline, and now Lampard is sacked, and Mikel Arteta basically did suck the life, you know what I'm saying, suck the life out of freaking Frank Lampard there, so yeah, that is a thing. That is a thing, you know what I'm saying? That is a video game type thing. You know what I'm saying? Suck the life out of you. You see what I mean? So Mikel Arteta versus Ole Gunnar Solskjaer here. Ole at the wheel, anything's gonna happen. Anything could happen. Anything. You could lose to Basaksehir here, then you beat them. Then you lose to PSG, then you beat them. Then you lose to Leipzig, you beat them. Anything could happen here. You know what I mean? Anything could happen, You could beat up City last season and this season can't beat them. So, anything could happen. I don't know what it is with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, to be honest, but he makes some dumb selection decisions, man. Seriously. Like, I don't get it. See, I do not understand his selections. Seriously. Matter of fact, I understand. He underestimated Sheffield United and got punished for it. It will be a road game for United. So this could be a worry for Arsenal. It could be a worry for Arsenal that United are on the road. I think they're unbeaten on the road this season. They have been damn good on the road this season, So it is a tricky one to predict. It is a tricky one to predict. Arteta has never lost a game against United. He played 2-1-2. And Solskjaer has not have a good record against against Arsenal. 3 losses in 5 games, 1 draw, 1 win. And against Arteta, 2 losses in 2 games. So it is a difficult one. But overall for the teams, Arsenal's home record against United is pretty solid with 12 wins, 8 draws, and only 8 losses in 28 games. So I'm saying here a draw would favor the Gunners here. A draw would definitely be good for them. And a draw would be good for City. A draw would be good for teams like Liverpool trying to catch up to United. But a draw would be great for Man City. United pick up 1 point out of 6 in the last 2 games. Oh, man, the lead could stretch. The lead could stretch. Stretch. Fantastic. It could stretch. See what I'm saying? So look here, man. Before I give you my prediction for this one, though, I want to hear what you guys have to say. So Arsenal coming off of a 3-1 win against Southampton. United coming off of against a 2-1 home loss against Sheffield United. So what are you guys saying right about now? What's your predictions? Let me know your predictions and then I'll let you know mine. I don't want you guys to steal my predictions, okay? And I'm not going to steal any of yours. I've made up my mind already. I made up my mind. Excuse me. So what are your predictions here? So Monameli Mokesi saying, honestly, Dom, I want City to win against Sheffield and draw against Liverpool at Anfield. Why? Want to win them both. Want to win them both. You know what I'm saying? Win them both. All right. So, all right, we got some predictions coming in here. And damn, these predictions are coming in fast. A wonderful human being with a great character. Wow, what a name. 2-2 draw. A draw would be great. City to win the Premier League. Oh, ha ha ha. Did you see what an Arsenal fan did in a live stream watch along? No, I didn't. Was Shane Fraser saying Arsenal 2 United 1. Honest, you have Robert saying 2-1 to Arsenal. I think most of, you know what I think? I think most of you guys are using your bias with this prediction here. That is what I think going on here. You're using your bias here with the prediction. You are. My boy said 2-1. 2-1. 0-0, 100%. I'm saying Arsenal to win 2-0 against United. Who else we got here? Demo says, man, you bounce back with a 2-0 win. We have them saying 3-1 Arsenal, 2-0 to Wolves, 0-0. We have Master Gamer here saying 2-1 to Arsenal, Saka, Aubameyang. Aubameyang, I don't know if he'll be available for this game. He's been in and out. I think his mom is sick or something, or his sister. Somebody is sick for him. Jesus Espinosa, 3-0 to United. Let's go. I want to win the title. But you have a Barcelona badge there, bro. Come on. You know what I mean? But look, my prediction for this game, I'm going to have to go for, I know Arsenal have been playing well and all, guys, but if you check and see what's going on, yeah, mom is sick, yeah. If you check and see what's going on, guys, with United haven't been losing games at on the road. They do lose at home. But they haven't been losing games on the road. They have been very good on the road. And you know what we're going to do, guys? This is what we're going to do. We are going to look at Man United's away record this season. And I'm going to show you guys, why I'm going to predict Manchester United to win this game. I'm going to predict United to win this game. 3-1 here. I'm going to go for 3-1 United. If they lose, thank you very much, Arsenal. But I'm going for United to win the game. United are going to win the game, in my opinion. So look at their away form right now, right? Look at their away form. Are you seeing this? You're seeing this, right? You are seeing this. Look at the away form right now. We're going to inspect it like inspect a gadget. Is that a good analogy? We're going to inspect things. You know what I'm saying? We're going to inspect it. All right. Like we're doing a colonoscopy or something. Ew. But look, 2-1 against Fulham there, right? 0-0 against Liverpool at Anfield. Beat Burnley at Turf Moor. We go in. We'll find them. 2-2 against Leicester, the King Power. 2-0 against Everton, Goodison Park. Beat Sheffield at Bramall Lane. They did lose to Leipzig, though, so that's an exception to that one. Beat West Ham. We're talking about the Premier League. Beat West Ham at the London Stadium. Beat Southampton at St. Mary's. We're only talking about the Premier League here, okay? They beat Everton at Goodison Park. They just beat Everton twice there. Yeah, that was a different competition. Let's go. Let us go. Let us look at the Premier League results here. Beat Newcastle. What's their stadium called again? Can't even remember that stadium. It's a Tyneside or something. What's that stadium called, man? St. James's Park. St. James's Park. So they beat Brighton at the Amex. You see that? You see what's going on here? Beat them twice at the Amex. You see that away form. You see that? Beat Luton Town. You see that? You see that? They did lose to Villa, though. Whoa. They did lose to Villa. That's the only loss this season. Oh, that was a club friendly too. Oh, they haven't lost. They haven't lost, man. They haven't lost. So I don't think it's going to happen right now, guys. I don't think it's going to happen right now. I don't think it's going to happen. They win the game 3-1 here. And, Arsenal are actually due a freaking loss in the league. They're due a loss. They actually due a loss in the league. If you look at their form of late, since they beat Chelsea, look at this. Since they beat Chelsea, this is what Arsenal have been doing. 3-1, 1-0 against Brighton, 4-0 against West Brom, FA Cup, but we're not going to count that. 0-0 against Palace. They beat Newcastle, and then they beat Southampton. So since they beat Chelsea after the slump, they haven't lost. We know 3 things could happen. It could be a draw, Arsenal win, a United win. I have to be decisive and go for one. Rivalry aside, bias aside, I'm going for United to win the game. I think they will be just a bit too much for Arsenal on the day. So United win the game. They go up to 43 points with 21 games. City will play Sheffield. We'll get a game in hand and, should be on top of the table still if we win the game. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's that. That's that for that game. What are your predictions? I did ask your predictions already. Yeah, I just remembered. I did ask your predictions there. But sorry, Thriller, man. It would be hard take for Arsenal. AFTV, would have a lot of action this weekend. Already have a lot of action in the build-up and everything. And it'll just be a loss. It'll just be a loss. Also, before we move on, thanks to everyone watching again. Make sure you smash a like on the video if you're yet to do so. Definitely will appreciate that. It's free, guys. It's free of charge. Just like the thing. You see what I'm saying? I'm begging for likes here, but just like the thing, man. Before we move on, we have to talk about the transfer business done by these teams since it's the transfer window right now. Arsenal have brought in a player by the name of Omar Rekik from Hertha Berlin, Matt Ryan on loan from Brighton, and Martin Odegaard from Real Madrid. I did make a video talking about what effect Martin Odegaard could have on the team. Make sure you go check that one out. People have been, of course, sleeping on that video. And players to leave the club: Sead Kolasinac on loan to Schalke, William Saliba on loan to Nice, Daniel Ballard to Blackpool on loan, Matt Macy to Hibernian on a permanent basis. So Koratis Papastatopoulos released. He is now an Olympiacos player, and Mesut Ozil mutually released and has joined Fenerbahce on a free. So Fenerbahce fans will be extremely happy about that. As for Manchester United, we're going to talk about their transfer business right about now. And in terms of players coming in, Amad Traore or Amad Diallo from Atalanta has finally made his move. I don't know when we're going to see him. But the players to leave: Max Haygart to Brentford, Ethan Laird to MK Dons on loan, Luca Kolani to Carpi on a permanent basis, Timothy Fosu-Mensah to Bayer Leverkusen on a permanent deal, and Dishan Bernard to Salford City on loan. So that's the business done by United. And, let's see how that kid Amad Traore does. Let's see how Martin Odegaard does for the Gunners. So what we're going to do, we're going to move right on. We have a few fixtures left to go through and we won't stall. Southampton versus Aston Villa. This is a big game. We have a lot of games to go through, but I'm not going to spend too long on this one at all because, Southampton versus Villa. But early on in the season, it was a 4-3 thriller. Wow. And to review that, this was a weird game too. Let me drink some water before I talk about it. This was a weird game. I could actually remember this game very, very well. Very well. If you ask me what happened between Southampton and Villa, I won't remember. But once I see it, I remember. This was a game when James Ward-Prowse scored 2 direct free kicks, and Southampton was 4-0 up against Villa, but Villa came back with 3 late goals and almost picked up a point here. So we know we're going to get a good game. We know we are going to get a really, really good game. And there's a lot of good players that's going to be on show here. James Ward-Prowse, Danny Ings, Che Adams. Too bad Yannick Vestergaard, one of the scorers in that game, won't be available. But, you know what I was thinking yesterday when watching the Spurs Liverpool game? I was saying, if Spurs had a player like Tyrone Ming at the back there, those errors would have never happened. You see that ball where Lloris and Diabolical was actually, in between two minds there, and none of them went for the ball, and then Firmino tapped it in. Tyrone Ming would have blasted that over the freaking goal. I know he kind of got the ball stolen from him against City, but still, he's a no-nonsense type of guy, and he came to mind right away. Oh, man. Listen, Tottenham were horrible, and we will get to Tottenham very soon. But Southampton versus Aston Villa. They have been doing very well against Villa, only losing once in their last 10 games, a game dating all the way back to 2013 when Southampton hosted Villa in the Premier League and lost the game 2-3. Other than that, they have been smashing Villa. They have been 3 draws in between there and 6 wins in all competitions for Southampton. So all roads are pointing towards Southampton. South. I think that we might be south. That might be north, east, and west. Yeah, if I'm getting my direction right. But anyways, yeah, forget about that. But this will be a good game. Villa needs to win this because look, Villa needs to win. I'm not saying Southampton don't need to win it either, but Villa needs to win this. Both teams need a win here. Villa with 1 win in their last 5. Southampton with 1 win in their last 5. Both teams are going through a kind of a silly kind of, period. Very, very silly. So, Villa, they beat Newcastle but lost to City and they lost to Burnley. For Southampton, they lost to Arsenal. They are a team that drop points from a winning position a lot. 48 points, I think, to be exact. 48 to 50 points over the last 2 seasons under Hasenhüttl. They have dropped points from a winning position. So that is not good at all. So they did beat Arsenal in the FA Cup. They did beat Shrewsbury, but those are cup games, FA Cup. In the Premier League, however, they have lost to Arsenal, have lost to Leicester. They beat Liverpool. I don't know how that happened. I don't know. But draw to West Ham, draw to Fulham, lost to City, drew to Arsenal. They haven't been in good form as of late at all. And they need a really big win here. But the thing is, Villa is a very tricky team. They defend well, they attack well. They have a solid unit right now under Dean Smith. This one is going to be a difficult one to predict. And it is hard. It is hard. Southampton's home record against Villa has not even been that great. It hasn't been great. 18 matches, 7 losses, 3 draws, 8 wins. It haven't been that great at all. So, this one has a 2-2 draw written all over it to me. We will have goals in this game. Both teams very good going forward. But, I think defense is a kind of suspect at times. I think 2-2 draw. I'm leaning towards a 2-2 draw here. Southampton, Aston Villa, 1 point apiece. 1 point apiece. What are your predictions for this one? Let me know in the chat, please. We have Nadir saying a 2-2 draw. Jordan, why are you copying me? Why? Nadir, why are you copying me? Stop it. Knock it off. 2-1 says a wonderful human being with a great character. 2-1. What else we got here? We have, I didn't even see this. Thriller from Manila says, this smells like a high-scoring 3-3 draw. Yeah, when you have guys like Grealish, Traore, John McGinn, who else? Ollie Watkins, maybe a Trezeguet, El Ghazi to come. These guys are just looking for goals. You know what I'm saying? These guys are just looking for goals. So this one looks like a draw to me. I won't be surprised if it goes any which way. Southampton could win this. Villa could win this. It could go any which way, but I'm going to just go in between here. I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to go for the draw here. So Ricky Swift, 3-2 to Villa. We have, what else we got here? Steve said, I'm not copying you down, but 2-2 is reasonable. You're right. Very, very, very right. Demo Dre, what up? He says, Villa 3, Southampton 1. They're missing Vestergaard badly. Yeah. But they're a dangerous team with Danny Ings. So, but still, I just see this game ending in a 2-2 draw. High-scoring draw. And we're going to leave it at that. We won't go deeper into this. We know we could talk some more about these two teams, but none of the managers are really in any type of trouble. You know what I'm saying? None of the teams are in any trouble, and they're doing pretty well this season. They're doing pretty well. Dean Smith's record against Southampton is not very good. Remember, I was talking about, how Southampton has been getting the better of Aston Villa. He 5 games, 4 losses, 1 win. So against Hassan Hutel, 3 losses in 3 games. So he needs this draw. He needs this draw. They might just lose again, but I'm gonna play it safe and go for a draw. So we're gonna move right on to the next game. You know what I'm saying? We're running through these, man. We're running through these things, man. You know, we're running through. There's a lot more to go. There's a lot more to go, man. You know. So the next one we got Chelsea versus Burnley. This is trickier than it is. This is trickier. It will be at Stamford Bridge. It's a tricky game. You tricky bastard. You. Burnley has been in good form, man. Burnley has been in good form. But the only thing is that they have 1 win against Chelsea in their last 10 games dating back to 2015. And if we want to look before that, Burnley against Chelsea, I don't think there'll be a lot of wins there. You know what I mean? I really don't. I really don't think there'll be a lot of wins there. So let me bring up those games really quick and see how Burnley have been doing against Chelsea. Earlier this season, Chelsea defeated Burnley 3-0. That was on the 10th of October. 3-0. Before that, 3-0, 4-2, a 2-2 draw back in the 2018-19 season. And it was the 2017-18 season that Burnley defeated Chelsea 3-2 at Stamford Bridge. They also defeated Chelsea back in 2008. I was about 2008, 2009. That was in the League Cup on penalties. And before that, you have to go back to the 1970s, the 1960s for when Burnley used to actually be very strong and they had a lot of wins against Chelsea back in the 1960s. So, look, Thomas Tuchel, you have a chance here to pick up your first win in the Premier League, but it is going to be very, very difficult, man. This Burnley team is a gritty team. I cannot write off this Burnley team anymore. I really can't. Seriously, I can't. The way they have been playing, defeat in Villa, defeat in Liverpool, they barely lost to West Ham, barely lost to United. They could barely lose to Chelsea too, but I just see this tenacity and this grittiness with this team, and it's very difficult to write them off. Write off Burnley at your own peril. Write them off at your own peril. Please do. Or don't. But Tuchel just got appointed this week. Before the Wolves game, he had 48 hours to prepare, pick his best 11. And I think they played very well. You could see a different philosophy, a different system being implemented and everything. Bye-bye, Frank Lampard, by the way, all the best. You know, maybe Frank Lampard could do a career mode thing and pick up a team from League 2 or League 1 and bring them up to the Premier League. You'll get a lot of respect if you do that, Frank Lampard. But right now, I don't know where he's gonna, he might be on vacation for a while. He might definitely be on vacation for a while. But Burnley here have not been that great against Chelsea, though. You know what I mean? I don't know. Chelsea's like a weird team for them to play against. They could just get back to losing again. It is a rough one to predict, though. Seriously. It's definitely a rough one to predict here. But from what I've seen with Burnley against Liverpool, then against Aston Villa, I'm impressed. But Sean Dyche has a poor record against Chelsea. 1 win, 7 losses, 3 draws in 11 matches. First time facing Thomas Tuchel. First time Thomas Tuchel managing against Sean Dyche and Burnley. And oh boy. Chelsea's record at home against Burnley ain't that great. 3 wins, 1 loss, and 2 draws. That's not great. Oh, man. Guys, with that being said, New manager, I don't know if they're gonna go through a honeymoon period here under their new manager. I'm dead ass leaning towards a draw here though. I'm leaning towards a 1-1 draw for this one. I'm putting some money on Burnley here to pick up a draw. I'm definitely putting some money on Burnley to pick up a draw. Definitely. You know what I mean? So big up to Varshan, Davinjon, Mo. Big up to you. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you coming through. So Thriller is saying I predict a draw as well. 1-1. Timo Werner to get on the score sheet along with Chris Wood. And that's the thing, man. You have guys like Chris Wood who holds up the balls so well. You see what I mean? Ashley Barnes holds up the ball so well. You have guys like Mate Vidra to come off the bench, or Jay Rodriguez. These guys are, you know what I mean? These guys got to spring in their step when they come off the bench because they want to impress the manager and all. You know, you have guys like Dwight McNeil. You have, you have Wood and you have Westwood. Oh, man, what a combination. It is, me and Tarkowski at the back with Eric Peters and, man, Nick Pope in goal. Nick Pope is the truth. He is the truth and nothing but the truth. Nick Pope, pick up a Bible and say, Nick Pope. The man is good. Nick Pope I don't know how he's still at Burnley, but this guy is damn good, man. This guy is damn good. So, look. We have, what else we got here? Nadir saying 2-0. Roshane, a 4-0. Look, I won't be surprised if Burnley gets smashed, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Chelsea, I don't think is in the right mind state right now. Seriously. Thomas Tuchel could go to a very tough period. Seriously. Believe me. Remember I told you that. Brawlberry, a 2-0 to Chelsea. 2-0 to Chelsea. What else we have here? Chelsea has not scored for 2 games now. Let's hope underdogs win. Great point. Great point you're bringing up. I didn't even mention that. Let's see what Chelsea have been doing in front of goal. Against Leicester, didn't score. Against Wolves, didn't score. Forget about the Luton Town game. Luton Town, easy to beat. They did score 1 against Fulham. Beat up Morecambe. But against City, look, in the Premier League, though. Let's talk Premier League form for Chelsea. And you understand my reasoning around this because 0-0 against Wolves, 2-0 loss against Leicester, 3-1 loss against Man City, 1-1 draw against... This is bad. This is worse than I thought. 1-1 draw against Villa, 3-1 loss to Arsenal. Their last win came against West Ham, but they only have 1 win where they lost to freaking Wolves, lost to Everton. Oh my God. Frank Lampard really did deserve the sack. Seriously. Oh my God. I didn't even realize it was this bad. Oh my God. Oh, man. Listen, you guys don't believe me? Look at this. This is bad. This is really bad. This is bad. Look, forget about the Leeds win and the Sevilla win. Look at this. 1-1 against Krasnodar. Losing to Everton. Lose to Wolves. They beat West Ham. That's the win. That's the win. Look, Arsenal, Villa, City. Forget about these bum championship teams and League 2 teams. Forget about them. Forget about them. They beat Fulham, yeah. They barely beat Fulham. Barely, because a Fulham man got sent off. Barely. So the Fulham and the West Ham win. London teams, okay? Derbies. They joined the game. 1-1. I'm settled on that. 1-1, man. 1-1. 1-1. Big up to everybody in here. Thanks for liking the video. We almost at 75 likes. Let's get it to 75 and then let's aim for 100. Okay, so Burnley built like a damn forest. Wood and Westwood. I like that. I like them things, man. I like them things. Seriously. Wood and Westwood. And I know if we go through, we might even find another one. You see what I'm saying? We might find another little pun there. You know, Wood Westwood. You know what I'm saying? And to make matters worse, they have a Pope. See what I'm saying? Be careful. Be careful with freaking Burnley. You know what I'm saying? They got a freaking Pope in their team. Be careful. So look, man, see some predictions coming in here. You guys are saying 2-2, saying 3-0 to Chelsea, Dandy Ipoza. We have Jordan Hyman saying 3-1 to Chelsea. What else we got here? Nadia saying 2-0 to Chelsea, 2-0 to Chelsea, Malik Anthony Gray. Malik, aren't you a Chelsea fan or something? We have, so solid predictions, guys. Trushal Harani, how are you doing? How are you doing? Ben Me. Jordan, why are you making a 2-0 to Southampton predictions right now? Why? We passed that game. But I'm going for Chelsea to drop points again here. Sorry, Chelsea fans, but you guys have not been very good at all. And Sean Dyche is doing the business right now with the backing of Mr. Alan Pace. Oh, man. Burnley are on the up. Burnley are up like 7. You know what I'm saying? So the next game we're going to talk about, we're running through these. We got a few more games to talk about. Leicester City versus Leeds. So 3rd versus 12th. Leicester versus Leeds United. This is going to be a good one. This is a good one. Early on this season, Leicester defeated Leeds 4-1. Leeds got their ass humbled, man. You see, and I keep saying this every time. Man. Look, I keep saying this every time. Leeds are either over here or over here. They're either going to win or lose. Hardly draw a game. They've drawn 2 games, lost 9 and won 8. Coming up against a Leicester team here that picked up a 1-1 draw against Everton. And for Leeds United, they're coming off of a 2-1 win against Newcastle. We know how brilliant they are, and they needed that win big time, though, because they lost to Brighton, lost to Tottenham, they smashed up West Brom, but they did lose to Crawley Town. They needed this win badly. They needed it. So coming up against Leicester City here, could they exact their revenge on Leicester after that horrendous loss earlier in the season? Leicester are missing Jamie Vardy. That's going to be a huge miss for them. I know Maddison, Tillemans have been playing well, but could a guy like Iheanacho or even a Yosi Perez provide the threat that Jamie Vardy would provide on a weekly basis? I don't think so. Because Perez, he had some good games, but he has been MIA for a while. And I don't know I don't know about Iheanacho. I don't even understand how Iheanacho keeps his job. I don't know. I don't know. Kelechi Iheanacho, I do not understand how you're still at Leicester. What does he do? See what I'm saying? Leicester, very hard-working team. Al Brighton, James Justin, Castagna. So Yanchu should play this game. I think Johnny Evans went off injured. You know, so it might be Fofana, Soyuncu, Schmeichel. It's going to be a good one. I don't think this game is going to end in a draw, man. We're going to have a winner here. We're going to have a winner. Leeds last defeated Leicester in 2012. And that was in the championship. Before that, in 2011, in the championship as well. The all-time Premier League results are 17 matches, 8 apiece, 1 draw. See, I didn't even look at that. 1 draw. I don't see no draws in this game. I don't see no draws happening here. And Leicester's home record at the King Power, 8 games, 5 wins, 3 losses. This one is a bit difficult, you know. Bielsa's only game against Leicester City have ended in a loss. And Bielsa, he's going to come back here. Leicester are due a loss. Rodgers and Leicester are due a loss. Leeds, don't let me down here. I'm predicting Leeds United to win this game. Leeds United to win this game. I'm predicting Leeds, man. They're either going to win it or lose it. I have predicted against them before, but this time I am going to go for Leeds here. I'm going to go for Leeds. They're either going to listen, man. Oh man. They could win big, they could lose big. Leeds United. Oh man, what's I'm going for a Leeds win though. Oh man, 2-1. 2-1 win. 2-1 win for Leeds. I think the last time I predicted them to win, they didn't. But it happens with Leeds. I'm going for a 2-1 win for Leeds here. Sorry, Leicester City. But you're due a loss. You're due a loss, man. It's about time that Leicester start dropping off a bit. They're gonna start dropping off a bit. You know what I mean? I know some people like to talk up Brendan Rodgers and Leicester, but they're not winning no title. They're not. They can't win a title without Jamie Vardy. Surely can't. See what I'm saying? Look, 2-1 win to Leeds. 2-1 win to Leeds. Down the opposer, 1-0 to Leeds. Bielsa to learn from defeat and to get a 4-3 win. I would love that. 2-1 to Leicester. Wait, yeah. 3, I thought, I would say, yeah, you said Leeds to win. I'm like, I would love that. But I would love the 3-4 game. Even if it goes a Leicester win, it would be a great spectacle for, the fans who are watching. So we got CJ Scott. Big up CJ Scott. He says 2-1 win over Leicester. Roshane Fraser, a 3-2 win for Leeds. And we got Trushal saying, I think Leicester to win 2-1. Dupe 3-1 to Leicester City. 4-2 to Leeds. 3-2 to Leicester. How much water you drink? Well, you have to keep drinking water. I have like 2 bottles here, and these bottles are empty, but these bottles were partial bottles though. And then I have 2 full bottles here because you got to keep your water on deck, I have the Dasani water. I usually have Aquafina, but I had to buy some Dasani. The brand doesn't matter as long as you're drinking water, because doing all this talking, your mouth gets dry, your lips get dry. You have to keep, everything moisturized, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to stay hydrated over here. See what I'm saying? Try doing this, and then you would understand what I'm saying. You would definitely understand. So, yeah. So I'm going for a Leeds win, though. I'm definitely going for a Leeds win, and I'm going to move on from this fixture. Definitely will. Leicester drop points in the last game anyways, and they could drop points again. So the next game, Brighton versus Tottenham Hotspurs, man. Oh, my God. Tottenham. Oh, man. They did defeat Brighton this season, 2-1. And Brighton did pick up a win in 2019. That was actually last season. Brighton pick up a win. A 3-0 win at home. They will be at home, but they have not been good at home. That's the thing. They haven't been good at home. Graham Potter and Brighton have been playing some attractive football. Very, very good football, but without the wins. A lot of draws, not a lot of wins. That's the whole problem with Brighton and Hove Albion here. I think they're missing Tariq Lamptey. They're missing Adam Lallana. They're missing Danny Welbeck. They're missing something. You see what I mean? And for Tottenham, they will be missing Harry Kane, who have injured both his ankles. He has no ankles. Officially, Harry Kane has no ankles. Giovanni Lo Celso is injured. Reguilon is injured. And Dele Alli is listed as injured, but I don't think he's injured. I just think Dele Alli is like on his way out, trying to get a loan to PSG, but they don't want to. Why don't you want to let the guy, just let him go, man? It's like how United are letting Lingard go to West Ham. I don't know why West Ham in their right mind is picking up Jesse Lingard. You have a good thing going. You could do without a player like Lingard. Let me just mention that right now. I don't know why you're bringing in Lingard, but it is whatever. It is whatever, man. You guys do what you want to do. If you want to bring in the bad freaking energy in the team, go ahead and do that. But I would have, if I was a West Ham fan, I would not like this move. Jesse Lingard is a bum. Who knows? He might go there and do better anyway, so whatever. But I think Harry Kane would be a big miss here, man. He would be a big miss. He does have 5 goals in Spurs Brighton fixtures, and Aaron Connolly is the second top scorer in Brighton Spurs fixtures with 2. Eric Lamela, who was totally absent against Liverpool. Absent. Ben Davies was so absent, I didn't even remember he started. Harry Winks, why did he even come on for? Don't make me get into this Tottenham team right about now. I didn't actually get into them. I didn't really get into them yesterday because I had my son Liam, and you know, when I have to make a video and he's there, it's difficult, man. It's impossible to actually get any information out without thinking that he's gonna jump off the top of the chair or something, man. You know, so that's what I'll be having to deal with. So look, Tottenham versus Brighton. This one could be a bounce back game for Tottenham, or it could be 2 losses in a row, to be honest, or another draw for Brighton. But Tottenham has not been good. Not been good at all. And some of these teams have been so bad, you don't even realize how bad they have been. You see what I'm saying? You don't. Because what we're going to do right now, let's just take a look at Tottenham's Spurs can't win without Kane, says Errol Brown. What's up, Errol Brown? Let's take a look at this right now. Let's take a look at Tottenham and their record in the Premier League. We're only going to focus on the Premier League. I heard something that says they have like about a few points in like last couple of games or several games. 3-1 loss to Liverpool, right? Forget about the FA Cup games. They defeated Sheffield, all right? They drew to Fulham. Forget Marine, forget Brentford. They defeated Leeds, okay. But drew to Wolves, lost to Leicester, lost to Liverpool, drew to Palace. You see? You see what I'm getting at? So they haven't really been that great. They haven't been losing games, but they did lose. They did lose. What am I saying? They did lose twice. They haven't lost a lot, but yeah, they did lose a lot. They did lose to Leicester too. But look at this. This is my point. 3 games, no wins. No wins, right? That's 4 Premier League games there. That's what I was actually getting at. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 games, no wins. That's Premier League. 5, no wins. 1 win. 1 win in 7 games. That's what I was getting at. And this is a stat that has flew under the radar. And it has been actually masked by these wins in the cup. You see those wins, like that win and the Marine win and the Brentford win. You see that? They did beat Leeds and they did beat Sheffield. 2 wins. 2 wins. Horrible form. Brighton, the ball is in your court right now. And I think Brighton could actually get something from this game. The kind of football that Mourinho plays, the fact that Harry Kane has been supplying Son so well. Now Harry Kane is gone. Son will still play well without Kane, but a guy like Lucas Moura has to come in and step up. Maybe a Vinicius, will come in. I think it's a difficult one to predict again, like most Premier League games are. Brighton has not been good at home at all, whatsoever. They have not been good at home. We're going to take a look at Brighton's home form before I really and truly make up my mind here. I know what I want to predict, but I have to really, really, really look at their home form again. Forget about the FA Cup win. We're talking Premier League here. At home, they drew to Fulham. You know, they lost to Arsenal, drew to Wolves, drew to Sheffield. You know, picking up points. Lost to Southampton, drew to Liverpool, drew to Burnley, drew to West Ham. So they haven't really been losing at home, you know. They haven't. They did lose narrowly to United there. And they haven't really been winning games where they should be winning games at home. Due to West Brom, they should be actually winning games at home. Winning. Is this a friendly? Yep. Is this a friendly? Yep. That was a friendly. This was actually a real game. Yep, that was the first game. They should be doing better at home. They should be doing better at home. They have drawn a lot of games. I'm leaning kind of towards a draw, you know. I'm kind of leaning towards a draw for this one, to be honest. But I think Tottenham would barely scrape this. Barely scrape this with a 1-0 win. I'm going to go for Tottenham to win the game 1-0. Brighton, more heartbreak. More heartbreak. However, in 3 home games, they have 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 draw. You could add another loss to the list. I'm going for Brighton to lose the game. Going for them to lose. Narrowly, though. Narrowly. Not a big loss. So, what's your prediction here, guys? What's your prediction? 1-1 draw says AD. We have Roshane 2-1 to Tottenham. I'm going for a Tottenham win here. Nadir saying a 1-1 draw. We have Arnav saying a 3-1. And Brighton specialize in drawing games. My prediction is a 0-0 draw. Yeah, it could be a draw, but I'm going for Tottenham to squeeze. I'm going for Tottenham to squeeze a win here. And look, we're going to move on from this fixture. I don't want to linger too much on this game. You know, we have a few more games to go through. And when I say few, I mean 2 more games to go through. We have the West Ham Liverpool, and we have the Man City versus Sheffield United. Let me just make sure I've talked about all these games already before, because I could forget games. I've spoken about Everton, Newcastle, Palace, Wolves, West Brom, Fulham, Arsenal, Man United, Southampton, Villa, Chelsea, Burnley, Leicester, Leeds, Brighton, Spurs. And now let's talk about Manchester City versus Man City. Woo! Yeah! Man City versus Sheffield United. This is a huge game in the grand scheme of things. Or you could put it this way, in the grand scheme of things, this is a huge game. It is a huge game. And it will be a home game at the Etihad. Big stadium, big field, big pitch against Sheffield United. That is very important to mention too, you know. The City are they're very comfortable at home. Very, very comfortable. Very confident at home. It's going to be a tough game for Sheffield United here. Believe it or not. I know they did go to Old Trafford and they did pick up a win. But first versus 20th here, it's a mismatch. It's a mismatch. And Sheffield did defeat Man City back in 2008 in the FA Cup 4th round. But since their return to the Premier League, Sheffield United have not scored a single goal against Man City. Not one. Not even one. Zilch, zero. None. Never scored. Never scored. Chris Wilder, 3 games against Pep, 3 games against City, 3 L's. Adam Lallana. That's how good City have been against Sheffield United. When everybody's struggling against Sheffield, Man City just say, okay, what? Who is Sheffield? The Blades themselves will be put to the sword. That's the record. That's the record here since they came back. And they're struggling at the bottom. I know they picked up a win against Newcastle. Beat Man United. Are Man City going to be complacent enough to allow Sheffield to pick up a win here? And it is possible. But guys, from the way we have been playing, this ain't happening. If it does happen, it would send shockwaves through the football world like it did for the United games. But I think this would be bigger shockwaves. It will be bigger. Man City, for your information, FYI, has never lost a Premier League game to Sheffield United. Never. 9 games, 6 wins, 6 draws. At the Etihad, 2 wins, 2 draws. But the draws came back in the day. Well, not the Etihad. Well, at home for City. Well, the Etihad has not always been home, you know. So, yeah. Let's get that there. But look, what we gonna do, right? What we gonna do right now? As Robert says, anything could happen these days, but nah, ain't happening. What we gonna do right now? Let's share the screen. Man City versus Sheffield United here. Like, look at City's. Let's just drool over this right about now, okay? Let's drool over this. All right, let's do this. Let's drool over this. Right about now, I can't really drool, but let me... Drool. Let's drool. Let's drool. Oh, my God. Manufactured drool there. But let's drool over this, man. Look. 5-0 against West Brom. 3-1 against Cheltenham. Just count the goals we've conceded, right? That's 1 in all comps. 2-0 against Villa. 4-0 against Palace. 1-0 against Brighton. 3-0 against Birmingham. 2-0 against United. 3-1 against Chelsea. That's 2 goals, right? How many games have gone there? That's 8 games. 8. 2 goals. 2-0 to Newcastle. 4-1 to Arsenal. That's 3 goals in 10 games, which makes 7 clean sheets in 10 games. All right? Keep counting. 1-0 to Southampton. 1-1 against West Brom. That was a blemish. So that's 4 goals in 12. 0-0 to Man United. Well, we dropped points there. 3-0 to Marseille. But keep counting. 2-0 to Fulham and 4-0 to Porto. That's 16 games, 4 goals conceded. Are you with me here? 5-0 to Burnley. 1-0 to Olympiacos. That's 18 games, 4 goals conceded. 2-0 loss to Tottenham. Well, carried it up to 6. 1-1 to Liverpool to 7. So in 20 games, Man City have conceded 7 goals. And if you want to go further, till the last time we played Sheffield, 22 games, 7 goals in 22 games. Marseille, West Ham, Brom, Train, Porto. In 25 games, about 9 goals. Come on, man. Knock it off, man. I don't even need to go deeper into this right now. We're playing Sheffield United. Even though we don't have De Bruyne, we won't have any problems. We will break down the Sheffield team. They will come with us with 2 33-year-old forwards because they don't dare play Ryan Brewster here. Ollie Burke might start the game. But it's going to be a very difficult game for Sheffield United. I'm warning you. And I'm warning everybody who think that City is going to have a problem here. I'm warning everybody who thinks City is going to have a problem here against Sheffield United. There won't be no problem. Like Little Scrappy said back in the day. You don't want a problem. No, listen, you don't want a problem with City right about now. The form has been imperious. Edison in goal, John Stones, Diaz. In this game, should we play Kyle Walker? Former Sheffield United man. The last time we played Sheffield, it was Kyle Walker who scored a screamer. You got to play Walker. I would start with Walker at right back. and I would play Cancelo at left back in this game. Most of the time, Cancelo will be in the midfield anyways. And it will be like 3 at the back, Cancelo in the midfield, crowd out the midfield a bit. Rodri. Oh, who knows? Fernandinho. Who knows? Whatever Pep want to go with. Whatever he wants to go with. Gundogan, Phil Foden. Could go with whoever you want to go with. Mahrez, Bernardo, Sterling. Look, you could go with Ferran Torres if you want. See what I'm saying? Ilkay Gundogan has. Did I mention Gundogan? I didn't even mention Gundogan. Listen, it could play anybody here. That's how good the team has been. We could play anybody. We could play anybody and win this game. Laporte could play left back. Ake could play left back. Zinchenko could play left back. Mendy could play left. Listen, the options are endless here. Sheffield United are going to get put to the sword. Keane Bryan coming up against his old team, Manchester City, scored against United. It's going to be a tough game for Sheffield, and I'm going to predict a convincing, I'm going to just give him 3. 3-0 win to City. Stay top, 44 points in the league, 7 points ahead of former defending champions Liverpool. Point. Shots fired. I'm firing shots, man. Look, Man United already did us a favor and dropped points against Sheffield. So, bam, we're going to stretch that lead. We're going to stretch the lead. We're going to stretch it out. You see what I'm saying? We're going to stretch that lead, and we're going to stretch it not to 1 point, but to 4 points ahead of United. 4 points. Stretch that lead to 7 ahead of Liverpool, and 6 ahead of what? 5 ahead of Leicester. We're running away with this thing pretty soon. Watch yourselves. Let me calm myself down. Let me calm down. Calm down, Dom. Calm down. One game at a time. But I'm talking about Sheffield. I don't even want to know who we have after Sheffield United. I don't want to talk about who we have after Sheffield right about now. Because look, one game at a time. One game at a time. But if you want to know who we have after Sheffield, we have Burnley. And then we got Liverpool. And then is where things could get really tricky. But we will get to there. One game at a time. What are your predictions here, guys? What are your predictions? We have 3-0, one game at a time. Yep, 3-0. 3-0 to City. Fox Williams, bro, how are you? He says, City to the world. We have Robert Robinson. B2K, he's just not informed. He's talking about Laporte. So, yeah, man. Look, I don't even want to, I'm not nervous about this whatsoever. Definitely not nervous about this at all. Mario Stewart saying 4-0 to City. Sebastian. Listen, man, everybody predicting City to win here. Listen, nobody in there right. Who is predicting Sheffield United to pick up another win here? Back-to-back wins for Sheffield. Who's going for back-to-back wins for Sheffield against both Manchester clubs? Could Sheffield go... As a matter of fact, maybe Sheffield camped out in Manchester after the last game there. Meet United, whoa, we're not even going back. We're not even going back to Sheffield. We're going to camp out here. Listen, book a hotel. We're going to stay here. We're going to find somewhere to train. We ain't going back. We're going to just stay here and try to win twice. See what I mean? But City will win that game, though. Come on. 10 a.m. sharp, Saturday, tomorrow. Should take care of business. Hopefully, I'm done with my work in time to watch that game in full. Hope so. You know, they be bugging at work these days, you know, so yeah. So with that said, let's move on to the final game today. That's what we're going to talk about. The Liverpool versus West Ham United game. And this one is even a trickier game to talk about because the thing is, West Ham United were just ahead of Liverpool in the table. They have been in very, very good form. David Moyes, former Everton man, a former Man United manager coming up against Liverpool. So this is a huge one. This is a huge one. But the thing about David Moyes, though, it's David Moyes, man. His record against Liverpool and his record against Klopp has not been very good. It has not been very good. 6 games against Klopp, he has never won. 5 losses, 1 draw. He would need to conjure up whatever he did to get that draw against Klopp. 34 games against Liverpool. 5 wins, 9 draws, and 20 losses. Klopp has never lost to Moyes, but against West Ham, he does have 2 losses and 3 draws. 7 wins. They need one of the latter score lines, a win or a draw. West Ham, they need something. They need something against Liverpool, because the first game this season, they could have got something, but it was a narrow 2-1 win for Liverpool. And if you want to go back to that game, in that game, Pablo Fornal scored early, good goal, but then Salah and Diego Jota negated that and won the game 2-1 for Liverpool. It was a late win too, with Jota with that late goal, right-footed goal set up by Shaqiri. Liverpool were made to toil in that game. It won't be an easy match. But from what we saw against Tottenham Hotspur, though, are West Ham going to make the same mistakes that Tottenham made? Are they going to do that? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not. The thing about Liverpool is that when we were all thinking that the defense was a problem, the defense is ultimately the problem, because when the defenders are not there in Van Dijk, Gomez, you have Henderson, you have 16 different pairings this season. Let's just put it like that. And everyone else has to help out in defense, and it hurts the attack. It hurts the midfield that supplies the attack. It hurts the fullbacks that supplies the attack. So then, with everything all over the place, the attackers are not as sharp as they used to be. And, it affected Liverpool, where they went 4 games without a goal, 5 games with 1 goal, and it was very uncharacteristic of Liverpool. And the thing against Tottenham Hotspur is that all 3 goals were errors. I know Liverpool played well. They created a lot of chances, and they could have scored from opportunities that they made themselves. They could have scored goals. Don't get me wrong. From opportunities that they made themselves. Mane got in behind, and, Salah had his chances. They could have, but it didn't happen. And I was saying, oh my God, what is going on here? How did Mane not score these goals? You see what I mean? I think he had like 1 in 6 or something. He was not in very good form. But then the goal came, and it's because of Eric Dyer and Lloris. Like, what are you doing? You see what I'm saying? So, a West Ham, a guys like Agbana Balbuena gonna make these kind of mistakes. Are they gonna make these mistakes? I don't know. I don't even think so. So West Ham is gonna, they're gonna provide more of a challenge, in my opinion, than Tottenham provided. Tottenham bums, man. 2 games this season. Mourinho talking up the damn fixture, and you lose both of them. At least draw 1. You're gonna lose both of them? Really? You're gonna lose them what? 5-2 on aggregate? Come on, man. That was very poor. That was very poor of Tottenham. The second goal as well, Lloris, man. Come on, man. That is why I never be rating Lloris like that, I know he pulled off 2 good saves and all, but still, man. That was, you basically said here to Trent. You say, Trent, here you go. Score. Get your confidence back up. Help Liverpool win the title again. Here you go. Gift. See what I'm saying? Gift. Yeah, take it. You see what I'm saying? And then Joe Rodon in the end there, when Tottenham was still in the game, 2-1, still in the game, maybe not, but still, the scoreline suggested that they were still in the game. Rodon, I don't know what the hell he was doing there. Gift. Sadio Mane, here you go. You score too. Get your confidence up too, sir. Here you go, sir. Get your confidence up. You know what I mean? Thank me later. See what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on. Bunch of jokers. But look, West Ham United, the game will be at the London Stadium, where the commentators said that we watching the game on TV will have a better view than they will have seeing that the pitch is so far away from the stadium. That was good. That was really, really good. But look, man, West Ham, they have to conjure up everything they have inside of them to get a win. Their last good result came in 2019 when they managed a 1-1 draw, and that was at the London Stadium. Before that, they had a 2-1 win after extra time back in 2016 in the FA Cup fourth round, but that is a long time ago. That is like 5 years ago, to be exact. 5 years ago. This is a big game. You know why this is a big game? Because West Ham have played well. They're playing very well. And they can continue to play well by picking up a win or a draw. You know, these guys in the midfield, Rice and Shusek has been playing very well. Fornals, Said Ben Rama, his deal has been made permanent. 23 million euros, I think, or pounds, whatever. The deal, he was on loan officially, on loan, but now the deal is permanent. He has been playing well lately. And you have Jared Bowen, who has been playing well. Mikel Antonio is a threat. It's going to be a challenge for Liverpool here. Cresswell, very good in the dead ball situations as well. It is good. Thomas Shusek, and Vladimir Kufal. These guys are key. Fabianski in goal. It's not going to be easy. It won't be easy here. It's a very difficult one to predict, you know. The reason being, Liverpool went through a rut. Are they really out of the rut? Or are they going to go back into the rut? That's the thing. That is the thing. And it's a very difficult one to call. Because what I saw in the United game, I 2 goals, but they still conceded 3. And then the Tottenham game, Tottenham didn't create a lot of chances, but you can see holes, you could see opportunities there, especially down the left for West Ham. You could see opportunities going down the left where Trent Alexander-Arnold and maybe another, injury-prone or makeshift defender is. You could see, a little gaping hole down there. And that goal by Heiberg, you know what I mean? You could, the high line and then, not picking up Heiberg, nobody really marking him. The spectacular could do something against Liverpool there for West Ham. And Liverpool back in form? Do they have their mojo back, guys? I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think they have their mojo back, or that was just a one-off game? It was a big match against Tottenham, but now you go against West Ham, which is a smaller team in the grand scheme of things. West Ham, we know, are not really title contenders. They're overachieving this season. They are actually having the best season of their lives, and it could be a more difficult game where it's a game on the road. They did go on the road against Tottenham too, but this is another road game. Liverpool have not been great on the road. Is the complacency going to kick back in, or are the Liverpool guys focused enough to go and get back-to-back wins here and get themselves back in contention, back in the title talk and all of that? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? So we have, let me see. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Oh, boy. This one is super hard to predict, though. This is super hard to... I haven't really predicted Liverpool to lose any games, So I haven't predicted them to lose games, but they lost to Southampton. They lost to Burnley. I never predicted them to lose those games, but they did lose the games, you know what I mean? So forget about what I think. It's up to Liverpool to go out there and do their thing. 7 draws, 3 losses. It's up to them to go out there and do what they could, they know how to do best. And, win games. If they draw, not my fault. You know what I'm saying? But look, I'm going to stick with the trend here. I'm going to stick with the trend and say Liverpool are too much for West Ham. West Ham are going to play well. And they get 2 more goals. And I'm going to say 2-0. I'm going to go with 2-0. West Ham, surprise me or prove me wrong. But I'm going to go for Liverpool to win the game 2-0 here. People say, oh, you're a Liverpool hater, this, that. I'm not. I'm actually not a Liverpool hater. I just call it how it is, man. I call it how it is. And I think they're going to be a bit too much. From what I saw against United, I saw a little spark. They still lost the game. And against Tottenham, they were all over Tottenham. But it's weird, though. Sometimes Liverpool are up for the big game, and then the smaller game, they're like, what happened, man? You know what I'm saying? Thought you had it. You see? So, I don't know. What's your prediction? I'm going to go for 2-0 to Liverpool here. Liverpool missing centre-backs, they'll concede a goal. The thing what happened too is with Liverpool, they have been better when Jordan Henderson is playing too. So with him in the team, it does give them a bit more impetus. And I think they have been massive. They have been massive with Henderson. But without Henderson, I don't know. The other thing too, guys, Liverpool are set to sign a centre-back. I have a video dropping as soon as I'm done with this live stream. I'm going to drop this video where I discuss Liverpool potentially signing a new centre-back. So make sure you guys go watch that video when I put it out. Just been putting in the work lately, you know what I'm saying? Try to get the content out there. You know, try to be consistent in 2021. That's all I could do. Just, come out and talk to you guys. I've been doing a lot more live streams this year as well. So that is something I want to continue doing because live stream is the way going forward. You see what I mean? So now I have the live stream things looking all nice and spiffy. So, I got that covered. I don't want to jump onto the live stream chain very, very late. You see what I mean? But I'm going to go for Liverpool to win the game 2-0. West Ham, as I said, you got to prove me wrong. They have been impressive, but David Moyes' record against Liverpool isn't encouraging at all. It's not encouraging. So I'll be a madman to I'm not betting. I'm not a gambling man right now. I do dabble in stocks, but I'm not really a big gambler. So, West Ham, prove me wrong, man. I expected something from West Ham in the first game this season, and they didn't do anything. So I'm gonna go for Liverpool to win 2-0. Plus, the Liverpool fans need the lift, And as I told my boy, I think that was Dupe I told yesterday, Liverpool could keep winning games, They could keep winning every game this season. Liverpool and City could keep winning every game. After the Liverpool City game, hopefully City win. After that game, Liverpool could win all the games they want. City could win all the games they want. Guess what would happen at the end of the season? Who would lift the trophy? Man City. So you see that period that Liverpool just went through? That could be the period where they lose the title. That period. You see those 5 games where they scored 1 goal and lost twice and drew a few of them? Wait, what happened in these 5 games again? Let me go back. Let me go back here. Let me go back here. 1-0 to Burnley, 0-0 to United, 1-0 to Southampton, 0-0 to Newcastle, and 1-1 to West Brom. 5 games. They didn't win a single one. Okay? They didn't win none. They drew 3 in 5 games. 5 by 3 is 15. Liverpool picked up 3 out of 15 points. There is where Liverpool could lose the title. Right there. Right there. Just think about what I'm saying, people. Think about what I'm saying. That period is where Liverpool could lose the title. I know they could start winning again, but maybe the damage has been done. Okay? Guys, appreciate you joining again. It has been real. 2 hours on the dot. And I'm going to leave you right now. I think I did pretty good. 2 hours nonstop talking. Prediction for this week. Spoke about the other leagues, went through the other leagues and things like that. And I think this is where I'm going to leave you. Okay. I love you, but I got to go. Got things to do. Still early on, still early in the day. Got to get some things done. For the guys who like the gaming, maybe I'll be back later with some gaming. But I'm going to see, there'll be a video dropping pretty soon on Liverpool signing a center back and all. So make sure you go check that out. You know what I mean? So I appreciate everybody who came in, everybody who came through today. We had 70 plus people in here. Make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button. We got 85 thumbs up. So if you haven't smashed the thumbs up button yet, make sure you do so. Okay, so I'm going to go for Liverpool to beat West Ham City to beat Sheffield United. And I know I could go deeper into these games and all, but I think Liverpool are getting back in form. City, I don't think are gonna get back into that rut early on in the season. So it's gonna be a very interesting season. So guys, from your boy Dominic Rich, thanks for coming through again. And until next time, I like to say, peace out, Rich Squad. I know you're gonna be sad, but I gotta go. Gotta go, gotta go.